Hey guys, I'm Leticia from metaCOLLECTIve. metaCOLLECTIve is the first investment DAO on Solana. I'm here to present the best Solana-based projects. Imagine being able to track your tokens, protocols, and all your cryptocurrencies in one place. Here we are with SonarWatch. Hey, I'm Leticia from metaCOLLECTIve. I'll be the host today on this chat with our amazing guest, SonarWatch. We're really happy to have you here. Do you want to introduce yourself before we start?
Yeah, sure. This is Guillaume from SonarWatch. So one of the co-founder of SonarWatch, which is a tracking dashboard on Solana, allowing you to track all your DeFi and NFT assets through the whole ecosystem of Solana.
It's really nice to meet you. So I've read the story of how the idea of creating SonarWatch came up, and I was delighted with Olivier's ability to solve DeFi problems. Can you explain to those that don't know yet how the project idea came up and what problems SonarWatch solves?
Yes. So at the very start, it was one of my closest friends, which is Olivier, who started to play with DeFi on Solana. And at some point, he needed to track his personal DeFi assets. So he started like with Radium, Orca, and different kind of assets on the DeFi. And as he was a developer himself, he said like, well, I'm just gonna build my own tool to make sure I can track all my DeFi assets on the same page to avoid switching between platform, which is kind of a pain point. So he started to develop the tool himself, then release it to the public. So share it in a few Discords on Solana Discord and also some French community Discord. And a lot of people started to use it and ask for like some updates to also track other pool and other farms. So he kept on improving the tool and adding new protocol. And at some point, the tool became more and more used, and with a lot of people using it. And so he decided to go full time on the tool to make sure that the tool can be really used at its full potential. With like one main goal was to track as fast as possible new protocol coming out on Solana, because we started in April 2021 and it was the very start of the DeFi on Solana, and then it kind of blow with a lot of new protocols. So we had a lot of work. So that's how we started the tool, and that's why we are mainly focused on a community driven tool, because at the very start it was a community need from the very beginning.
This is a really great and inspiring story for us. Can we know where the name came from?
That's a good question. A lot of people are asking that. Well, the name was trying to kind of picture what Sonar does. So you can see Sonar as a kind of a radar which scan the blockchain and try to find your position on the whole like sea of the blockchain. So that's why we use the sonar, which is similar to radar, and that's also why we came up with the logo. Also, the domain, which is .watch, was a nice way to show that we were kind of a tool that allows you to watch different type of things on the blockchain. So we thought that the name had a nice ring to it. We kept the name so far. I don't know if you will change that, but I think it has a nice sounds to it.
Yeah, I like it. You have creativity. So I've seen that since the launch of the SonarWatch, you are always improving it and adding new tools. Do you plan to add some reporting tools, like to track the price at which tokens have been purchased or something like that?
That's I think that's one of the biggest requests from our users. So obviously, at some points in the DeFi, when you want really to make DeFi something really powerful for your personal investments, you want at some points be able to properly calculate and to know what are your P&L on all the different positions you have. And for that, you need to know at which price you entered in like a token or maybe on a pool, a farm, or any type of assets, and to be able to perfectly track your P&L over time. I think that's one of the main problem we will need to solve at some point. For the moment, we want to at least properly show your position and assets. But the next step will be to show you the perfect P&L calculation. But so it's obviously something we want to add to the platform, but it's a lot of work as we have to go through each transaction that you've made on Solana and on the different assets you have on your portfolio. So it's really a good point to have, a good like goal to have for the tool. But that will require like a lot of new people on the team also and resources. So I think that's a good goal for 2022. But hopefully we can reach that goal this year. But if that's not the case, we'll keep on trying to reach the goal the year after.
Yeah, got it. We are really excited about these next steps. So, beyond all the tools the SonarWatch provides, what are the benefits of being pro?
So the pro status allows you to have more kind of insights on the blockchain and statistic. So, for example, you can have statistics around evolution of pools and farm APR. So that's a good metrics to have when you want to rightly choose the position you want to drop. So let's say you see that one of your position in a farm has dropped from 100% APR to like 10% APR, then you know that the farm is performing less and less, and maybe you need to switch this position to another protocol or another farm if you want. So those metrics are really powerful if you like properly use them on your daily DeFi journey. That's what we wanted to bring with Pro features, which are really premium feature that allows you to use DeFi to a next level to properly choose your strategy and like DeFi strategy overall. So we also wanted to give you a CSV report. So if you're a pro user, when you load your dashboard, you will be able to extract the CSV report of your dashboard. This way you can keep track over time your portfolio, or also making maybe some more in-depth analytics on your positions, see how much you have in a specific protocol. So yeah, really the goal of the pro status is to give you more power and more advanced features on the platform.
Yeah, so it's really worth it. And can you spoiler us with the next protocols that will be integrated in the platform? And what's the long-time vision for SonarWatch?
So the next protocol that will come live on SonarWatch, the few that comes in my mind currently are Hubble, Hubble protocol. We also want to track some treasury locked in mean finance, for example. Also, I try to remember because there is a lot of new protocol coming, and it's sometimes hard to keep track on each of them. But yeah, I think those will be the two next. There's also Zebek or Zebek. I don't know how we say that in English, but Zebek is also a protocol where you can also lock found. So we also want to track those as well. And then, yes, I think for the moment, it's kind of it. There is also a lot of staking programs that we want to track to make sure that we show you maybe the token that you've locked on a particular protocol. And then for the next steps, something that we will release really soon, I think, would be the perfect floor price evaluation of your NFTs, because currently we are lacking some collection on the NFT sides, and we want to make sure that those are properly evaluated, and also make sure that you can integrate that into your like overall balances, because you want to be able to track your overall balances not only for DeFi valuation but also on the NFT side.
We can't wait for all of that. So, as for my last question, I want to know your opinion. What do you think the Web3 in general can still improve? I mean, which gaps can still be filled?
You mean on the DeFi side?
Yeah, on the DeFi in general.
I think I'm seeing more and more protocol, like really filling the gaps between like the different protocol. Also, one of the things that is really nice and that was kind of lacking back in the time was really big collaboration between protocol, because you see that by mixing through protocol you can really empower the different kind of usage of the DeFi. But I think we can still create more and more collaboration between protocol. And that's also one of the things that we will try to do in 2022, which is giving user the power to interact directly with protocol from SonarWatch. So avoiding you to switch between platform. So the tool will not only be a tracking tool, but also a decision making tool. So you will have the capacity to quickly jump between position and switch position from a protocol to another. So that's also something I'm looking forward to. And another thing I would say was maybe some more educational content on different platforms. I'm seeing more and more protocol releasing like some documentation, medium article, but I think we can maybe add some order directly on the platform to really educate the user on the different use case of the DeFi. Maybe do some comparison with the traditional finance, because that's something people know and can understand easily. And if we create those connections between traditional finance and decentralized finance, I think we have maybe the power to educate user on the different platform, and not only on the like protocol platform, but also like for SonarWatch. That's also something we want to reach, which is helping the user throughout the usage of SonarWatch to really give him the possibility to understand everything that he does on DeFi.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, especially with the educational part. Thanks for answering that. Now I will quickly open for public questions. So if you have a question, you can request.
I have one question. So, hi guys, I'm Alberto from metaCOLLECTIve. I really love your product. Like, we love your product. And like from an entrepreneurial point of view, I'm really interested, like, to learn when you have like a product like SonarWatch, which is used by hundred thousands of people, every single day, and which is like so critical to like the ecosystem as a whole. Like in Solana, you're like the main point for looking at like assets. How do you make sure that you keep connected with your customer base and with your users? If you do, you have any mechanism like to achieve that, or is it like Twitter, Discord, or whatever else?
Yeah, we do. So that's a good question, because that's something we kept in mind from the beginning. As I said earlier, we were really like community driven product, because our users are really powerful users. They are DeFi users that maybe are there from the beginning, and they know all the new, like those new spicy protocol that coming out from Solana, because sometimes as we don't have really our full like mind and brain into those new protocol, we might miss some. And all users are really a huge database of knowledge when it comes to DeFi on Solana. So they are really helping us improve the tool on a daily basis, because each time a user discover a product and start to put funds in it, he wants to be able to track that on Solana. So he comes on the Discord and say, hey, I have this new protocol. I've put fund in it. Can you please track this? And if we don't know the protocol, usually what we do is we ask him to create a request in a specific tool that we've used, which is the tool that we are using for the request features, if I can say. And so the user can really ask the protocol to be integrated in Sonar through this tool that we use for requests. And people can also vote on the tool. And this way we know which protocol has more demand to be added to the tool. So that's kind of how we keep the connection with user, is to give them the power to really improve the tools themselves by just providing us some data and insight on new protocol coming out on Solana. So that's something we want to keep. I'm personally answering people to in the Discord directly every single time I have time and free time to do so. I don't want to see people asking questions on the Discord and not having a response. So I'm really kind of personally impacted on the Discord, and I want to make sure that every single answer is responded. So that's how we try to keep the closeness and the relation with our users.
Thank you so much for the detailed answer. Actually, from my former software days, I think that like having users which are asking for some specific feature, like it's something that makes you understand that your product like has really made it to have product market fit. So huge congrats on that, and looking forward for the next features like of Sonar. Like as of now, we're still like in a bear market, so probably we don't want to look at like our P&Ls, but like in a couple of months when the Solana summer will start, I'm really looking forward to look at my mark to market value.
Yeah, hopefully we can deliver out that when the next bull market will come out.
Okay, so if no one else has a question, I will thank you for being here. It was a pleasure to have you here, and hope we can do this again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was a nice talk. And if any of you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Discord or Twitter also. We'll be pleased to answer. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye bye.